So good afternoon. As I said, I have just started the recording. So in any case, you can always watch the recording session later. So what we're gonna do this afternoon is just like a short presentation of the new DALI programming features of the ESA Pro 2. It will be 2.2 version. The 2.1 has just been released with the new software layout without DALI, and the updated version with the DALI features is going to be called 2.2. That software version will require a new firmware. I mean, an updated firmware on the DINA DR1 or Lite products. That firmware version will be 4.0. and it will be released at the same time as the software. The only thing that has to be clear in your head is the 4.0. The new firmware won't be compatible with the old software. So in any case, if you find like a problem with the updated firmware, you have to downgrade to a 3-point-something version of the firmware in order to be able to use the other software generation. There shouldn't be too much problems, but again, it's just still old DALI. New features are beta, and there can be like a couple of missing things with DMX, and even if we took the same DMX base, and something can always happen. Anyway, so what we've done so far, as you know, there are like 2 DALI buses on the DALI 1 generation. You can use both of them, so 64 channels each. There is one important thing that we do not supply there is no DALI power supply on the. We do not power the bus with the device, so you have to use any standard DALI power to power the bus. What we have is just a simple connection, the 2 wires with the DALI signal. So when your device is connected, so I'm pressing this button here on the in the toolbar, so you can find I have 2 devices here in my office. So I'm gonna use the R1 direction, which is the one I use to control my personal office. I'm connecting over IP now, so press OK. So I'm connected. Let's say you know already what you can do with DMX. So let's go directly with the DALI. So there is this new DALI button here, which allows you to add your DALI devices to the software. One important thing also is, at the moment, it is not possible to do the commissioning with our software. So we will supply a new tool soon, allowing you to create groups, address the devices and everything. But at the moment, with the software, we can only read that. So this is why I have used like a standard device in the market supplied by the standard software supplied by the hardware, the lighting features, and the DALI lighting features I'm using now to enter to create a group and address. So if you press this button, you can add as many like DALI GR as you want. So I know I have 4 here in my office. They are just standard like ceiling CCT panels. You can change the name if you want. Ceiling, okay, and press OK. So these are my 4 DALI GR here, and you can retrieve them here from the and in the not patch devices. The new thing is the possibility to read the DALI bus configuration. As I said earlier, we cannot do the commissioning, but we can read the information. So if you press that button and select the DALI bus, I know I'm connected to the bus number 1. Press OK. If we are lucky, it's going to retrieve like 4 devices. Okay, there we are. So he has detected 4 DALI tiers on the network, on the bus. Sorry. So if you press automatic patch, they are now linked to the 4 devices I just addressed. So they are here. I know in my office they are positioned like this. It's simply like for CCT panels. So when you're done with that, as you can see here, there is a new tab called DALI. So these are the 2 DMX programming tabs. We've added the DALI one. We could have included this DALI into the DMX, but I think it's easier to operate like this to avoid like having like everything in the same screen. So as with the other products, you select the device and you apply any effects. So at the moment, this is what we have available as they are like basic DALI commands. There are DALI 2. The only thing we're not doing with DALI 2 at the moment is the I forgot my word. Oh yeah, I know. It's like a single master. We use a single master possibility control at the moment when DALI 2 allows you to use multi-master, but we're not multi-master compatible at the moment. This is something that is going to be released soon, but at the moment it's a single master only. So which means that, for example, you're not allowed to put another, for example, touch panel or sensor or whatever on the DALI bus in order to assign it to any lighting scenes or whatever. In future, there will be the possibility to, of course, do it. So let's start here with the programming. So I have 4 devices. I can use, like, for example, create like a basic off scene. So you drag and drop the off effect to the timeline. If you select the effect, you need to select what gear you want to control, or so it can be like individual selection or broadcast. I'll use broadcast here. If I had some groups created, I could also see the groups here. I haven't done that here because we only have like a 4 device in the room, but we could have some groups. So if I decide to broadcast, I'll send that information to all device. And if I press like this button, I can test it. And you have to believe me, I just switch the lights off. For every device, you have every effect, sorry, block. You can also decide to assign a fade time. So let's basically set up 1 second here. And you can eventually add multiple comments to the same line, to other timeline, which is not what I'm going to do here, as it's only a off scene. Let's rename it off for now. Okay. Then this is a tunable white device. So let's create the, for example, warm. Oh, sorry. Okay, so the warm thing is here. I select the 4 device, and I can use the first dimmer because I'll have to turn the light on. This on 100% button is not a real 100%. In fact, this is a recall max value common, which means that if you have set up the max value to be 50%, it will just recall that 50%. So we should maybe rename that this label here. In my case, if I want to put, like, for example, 100%, I need to like put the A dimmer value here. You select it. Same again, broadcast, and open DALI command, and you can, for example, enter 100% with a 2-second fade time. So now it's working here. I have my lights open, and it took 2 seconds to reach the 100%. I wanted a warm color, so let's select color, which is a DT8 feature. Click here, for example. Same, we need to select broadcast, and within the DALI command, I'll have to select not RGB but temperature, because I know that my device is working with temperature. So this is something a bit crazy with the with DALI. Like the temperature is, I mean, the value you enter here is not like a degree or real degree value, but it depends on the drivers. So I know here from my DALI driver user manual that it goes from 142 for cold to 500 for warm. Don't ask me why, but it works like this. So if you press like something like 500, this is, I know it's warm. And if I press now this, they have just turned to the warmest thing. And I guess if I try 142, it goes to almost like blue. It's black, it's white, but it's super cool. So let's go with 500 for the warm one. Okay, so I've done my my first warm theme. If you wanted to create the same one with the with a 50% dimmer, so you just need to copy paste. So you can copy paste the scene. Oh, sorry. Copy and paste. Okay, so 1, 2. Let's call you warm 75%, for example. I just have to edit the dimmer. Remember DALI command, and you can put 75 here. Okay, and I've reduced to 75%. If let's create another one with, for example, for cold one. Okay, cold. Again, remember to open the dimmer to 100%. Let's put 75 because it looks better. And then another comment for the color. Temperature 142, because I know, and select the device, broadcast. Okay, now I have a cold one. There is no point working with the adjusting the scene duration, as this is not like DMX. I mean, here when you start the scene, of course the scene has to be longer than the two events, but as it just sent a comment when it reaches the block, when it arrives at the end, you need to, I mean, you can forget about it. The comment has been sent. It's not like DMX when you're sending like the signal like all the time at 25 or 40 Hz. I can depend on the device. So whether you do it like this or like this, it doesn't change anything. I mean, this is like it just send a comment like a contact. So we have our 4 scenes, our first 4 scenes here. And we also have the possibility, if we wanted, to add some DMX effect to the same scene using different timelines. So for example, you see I have my 2 DALI timeline in yellow, but I could have like some for example, on DMX device. Let's put just one light. Okay. Batch. And if you want to have a basic color here, like let's put this in white, for example, that's always possible. So you see I have like a white RGB DMX device, and I can have some DMX and some DALI commands on the same scene. The only problem with that is that most of the time we set up the DMX scenes to be looping, which is something that you shouldn't do with DALI, as it will keep like sending the same command, and as you know, like the DALI bus is not as fast as the DALI, the DMX, and and this can create some delay latency on the network. I mean, I've done that this morning by mistake on when I was programming our building, and I discovered that I had a scene running, and it was sending like some comments to the bus, and it was going crazy. So make sure you unselect loop feature before the loop option. So let's remove this. I don't need it now. So when you're done with this, you can write the memory of your controller. So at the with the other one, well, there is one thing we recommend is to create a zone for a specific zone for DALI. Of course, if you are controlling DALI devices only, I mean, you don't need it. But if you want to merge and use it as a gateway with DMX and DALI, it would be better to have like one simple zone for DALI and the rest for DMX, in order to not mix DMX programming and DALI programming within the same zone. Because, as you remember or not, but when you call when you trigger a scene, whether it's DALI or DMX within a zone, it will automatically release the previous one. This is one scene at a time. And the problem with DALI is you only send your comments, so you may want to apply different scenes at the same time, which won't be possible if you merge with DMX. So what I should have done here is create a new from the builder, create a new zone called DALI, for example, DALI bus 1. Okay, DALI bus 1. And I should have created my scene within that zone instead of creating in the global. It's not a big deal, but this is something you have to know. So let's create just one here. This is my day scene, so we can see when days was again. I select the device. Okay, let's put them on. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so I have this day scene now in the DALI bus 1 zone, and those for 1 in the global zone. So when you move to the standalone tab, when you're going to be able to write the memory, so you can see the DINA 1 here. Available scenes are here. Global zone, DALI bus 1. If you press add all, you can retrieve your 2 zones. Remember, there are up to 20 zones at the same on the DINA 1, so you are able to control like 20 different physical zones at the same time. So you can, for example, play 20 different scenes on different devices, of course. So when you're done with that, this is a place where you can unselect the. So you can see by default they are looping. Make sure you select one loop only for your DALI scenes to avoid the scene to loop and to send same command again and again. I think in future we will automatically like specify one loop only for DALI scenes. This is something I mean it would be easier for you to manage. So from the output, standard is DALI output 1, output bus 1, DALI output 2, output bus 2. But you could, I mean, you can reverse this like with DMX. You could send like the same command to output. I mean, you do whatever you want. And when you want to write the memory, just press the right button here. No. Okay, and this is done. So now everything has been saved into the device, and you are able now to whatever. I mean, either call the scene from any cell phone, from a contact closure, from the innate touch panel, or whatever. If you want to assign triggers to those scenes, it works the same as the like standard DMX scene. So you select the device, open the triggers here, select, for example, 8-time trigger. You want that off scene to be started like every day. Let's call it off to remember it. And you want to start it every day at sunset, for example. So up, sunset with an offset of 1 hour to make sure it's dark. Okay. And then you can scene and start the scene off. Okay, which is here. If you want to add some condition, if not, you can always play here with this, but this is not the purpose of today's webinar. So now I have a time trigger on this specific scene. I was telling you before that there will be the possibility soon to have some DALI commands here to start scenes. For example, if you want, I know there are some DALI sensors, DALI push buttons, DALI rotating ones, I mean, whatever. There will be the possibility here to link them to any scene. An important new update. I'm talking about it now just to present it, but this is not the purpose of today, is the variables. We will have soon the possibility to use this. For example, imagine you want to have a counter. You have a motion sensor in the room. You want to count the number of people and increase the light depending on the number. Like you start from like 10%, which is for 10 people, and you want to reach like 100% for 1,000 people. You're going to have the possibility to create a let's say it's like computer programming. You can create a variable for number of people, and you can increase that value every time someone triggers the sensor, and you can assign that value to the dimmer of a scene. Or I mean, there are like many possibilities. It's also used sometimes to create some kind of circadian scene, like with tunable white devices. You could, for example, assign the color temperature to the time, and make sure, like for example, from sunset to sunrise, it goes from warm to daylight, and to cold or warm again. I mean, whatever, you can customize this. And this is also very useful if you, for example, want to assign like a DMX input channel to a dimmer of your scene. So you can also create a variable which is DMX input, and you can link it to the dimmer. So you have like any standard like DMX text to adjust the dimmer intensity or the speed or whatever of your lighting scenes. We will provide a webinar for this, but because it can be, it's super powerful, but it can be a bit complicated to program. But so we will provide some more information when it's ready. So I have the button here, but at the moment it's still not. I cannot press it. Other than that, I guess regarding DALI, this is almost what we have. So remember, if you want to set up the DALI bus addressing like what we call commissioning, you have to use another tool until we release our own tool. I know it sounds crazy, but this is how it is. And this is something that we should have ready. We will launch a software like the DALI software and firmware like within a couple of weeks. And the idea is to have that piece of software to come like a bit later. It might be in 24. Anyway, there is always a possibility to. As we know that we've heard from our customer that most of them were using DALI broadcast anyway, so it's not super useful. But I know for advanced programming, it will be easier to have that some commissioning software ready. So we're working on it, and we will have it, I'm sure, ready soon. So if you have any question, this is the right time. I can see some people familiar with DALI.
Hello.
Yes, Lorenzo.
Hello, Bruno. Yes. Just maybe a basic question, but I wanted to know. I'm a lighting designer, and usually I not interested so much in protocol.
In programming.
Yes, but as you know, we always need to be, you know, like we have to know all the new features, new device.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So at the time, I'm doing a project combining like entertainment features and DALI features.
Okay.
And I was wondering if this system is suitable also for DALI 2, the DALI 2.
It is, yes.
Okay.
We're DALI 2 certified, yes. The only thing that, and I was telling this at the beginning, is we are not multi-master compatible at the moment, but it is DALI 2. So you can use DALI 2 bus devices or whatever. I mean, this is possible.
Okay.
This is in the room I'm controlling here that we are using DALI 2 devices.
Yes, probably. Yes, probably we'll do. We are still designing this. We are still in the design phase of the project. But anyway, I was curious about it, and I didn't know if you already.
Yeah, no problem. And always feel free when you have like specific project like this to get in touch with either with me or any other guy in the office, and we'll be happy to help you to set up. I mean, to make sure you specify the right controller.
Okay, I know you have a very strong and efficient support, so I know that if I go through, I will ask you. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Matteo.
Hi, Bruno. Maybe I missed the beginning part of the webinar, but you said that the actual firmware for the DINA DR1 with the DALI integrated is not available yet, right?
No, that's correct. We it will be like 4.0, and we haven't released it. It is actually available as a beta version, so it's a bit like you can find it if you know the trick.
Okay, understood. And it will be available. The DALI capabilities will be available on the DR1 and DR1 Lite only on
That's
one
correct.
bus, right?
That's correct. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question? Again, this is DALI is super new for us. I mean, we've been in the DMX lighting industry for like over 30 years now, but DALI is super new, so there will be for sure maybe some mistake, maybe there are like things that we will change, like so we are like
I have another question.
Yes, tell me.
Basic. So whenever we do this sort of merge of these two protocols or other protocols, it will be possible to control everything by a simple app interface for the user.
Yes.
Like Arcolis, is it the one that
yes, it is. There is a possibility to control the scene from any mobile device, Android or iOS, using our Arcolis app. Okay. It is also possible from our NA Touch panel. We have a wall panel too, so that allows you to control, like to trigger the lighting scenes.
Okay.
And it's also possible from the Nicoladi cloud service.
Okay, so I don't remember. I remember the old like sunlight features, but the app is still free, or is not?
Yes, they are free. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The only thing you have to pay for is the mobile device, of course. I mean, the iPad or Android tablet,
yes.
or if you want to use our control panel, then of course this is called NA Touch, and of course you have to pay for. But the app is bundled, but you have to buy the touch panel from us. This is what I'm using here at the office. I have this is a 7 inches touch panel. It's on the wall, and it's super easy to call the scenes.
Okay, they are like similar to the stick, isn't it? The stick. No,
it's a full touch panel.
A full touch panel. Okay.
So if you go to our website, it's called NA Touch. You can see like it provides like a full touch panel. It's Android based, in fact.
Okay.
So you don't see the Android system. It's based on Android. So we use the same app, and it allows you to send like trigger information to the controller.
And about like buttons, I remember there was a sort of stick range once. They are like compliant. This
yes.
Okay. So is it possible to configure, like, I don't know, a wall-mounted touch screen like the main one, and some stick on the building to control and recall all these things?
Well, from the stick is not compatible with the DINA, with the DALI controller that was.
Okay. The stick is not.
No.
Okay.
However, if you want a touch panel, you have to use the NA Touch. The NA Touch is, I can show it.
No, but I'm looking at this, so it's okay.
The NA Touch is compatible with the stick, okay. But the stick is not compatible with the DINA DINA DR1. It's true. I mean, we've tried that, but it wasn't working very well, so we decided to not to do it.
Okay, no problem. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. If no other question, then I guess we're done. I mean, as you saw, it was super fast, but we will of course provide video tutorial, user manual for DALI programming, and we will come with more features in future. And we're always available if you ever wanted to test, to have your device to work with. I need to send you like the firmware and the software for the programming. So if you are okay with this and no more questions, then we're done. And I wish you a super good afternoon, and we'll talk to you soon. Next webinar will be about DALI, not DALI, sorry, like variable. So the information I was showing to you like 10 minutes earlier. Have a great day.